What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dice House and a DCUO commentary. Bringing us here a video here today. First of all, I want to tell you about this video here. I know you all may have noticed my little blue trinket I got right there. Every once in a while, my lead replacements on it. We like to get together every once in a while. Maybe once or twice a week. Sometimes less than that. We like to get together and do a little league versus league action. We all sync our queues up against each other, just for practice and all that. Because some of the guys in the league, they're a lot more competitive about PvP than some than others are. So they've used the replay badges to get their full tier 4, and they're all modded up and all that. And some of us don't. So what we do is we'll go and we'll buy a bunch of all Archangel gear, and we'll run with the weapon of choice we got, and all, whichever weapon we've got, the best weapon to use and all that. The rest of this video right here, I'm using the one-hander because I couldn't use my PvP weapons, but I'm testing out Fire Burst here and all that. I've seen a couple of tanks I'm using this lately, and trying to see what is all about that. Not too impressed with it, to say the least. Hopefully we'll be able to have some big hitters with fire here when the fire update comes out. But speaking of updates, which is the main reason why I wanted to bring this video here, this is just filler here and all that, little entertain here, a real quick preamble and all that. We decided to have a No Man's Land versus the Killing Joke match here. Now, American Hero is playing on the Killing Joke team because Killing Joke doesn't have any decent controllers on there, from their server, I guess. I don't know. But I'm just kidding, guys. But yeah, so we had a little No Man's Land versus TKJ action this night and all that. We did one match on the moon where TKJ guys won by one kill on us. And then we had this match here on the Watchtower. We were going through. Had a lot of fun though. Frustrating moments here, but and a suspicious party pack moment here. Thinking it was a party pack moment happened here. I'm not sure. I'll let the video keep going here and all that. And you guys let me know in the comments below if you see where the party pack happened at. All right. But back to the main reason why I wanted to bring this video to you guys is talk about Update 18. Update 18 is live on the PC test server right now. And I wanted to talk about some of these patch notes here because we're actually getting not really new content, but we are getting some new stuff to do. We are seeing a lot of major changes happening with the currency of the game right now. I'm going to go over briefly some of the stuff here in the patch notes and everything, just like the main bullets and everything that they talk about here. First off, they talk about content restructuring. Okay, many challenges, duos, and alerts have had their difficulty tiers increased in order to offer a smoother progression and a full range of content availability. In addition, a number of new challenges modes have been added. These higher tiered instances now offer upgraded loot and level appropriate rewards. It goes on to say, although the amount of available content at the lower tiers was decreased, the time required to progress through any given tier remains or has been decreased due to adjustments in tier item costs. Okay, so basically they've added new challenges. Finally, they've added new challenges for everybody out there who's still grinding their challenge feat. Their 500 challenge feat. I've already done it, so I'm not looking forward to having to go into these challenges again for some of this gear. But yeah, we'll see. Challenge improvements. Challenge modes can now be accessed through the on-duty menu. The missions associated with challenge modes have been removed and are no longer available. If you still have one of these missions in your journal, they can still be completed normally. So basically what it's saying is you don't have to go to the terminals anymore in the Watchtower and the Hall of Doom. Pick up the mission and then fly to each one of those, or run, or glide, however you get around, to each one of those instances and walk in there. You can queue into it through the on-duty menu. This is very convenient. This is a very convenient thing. Mind you, when I was grinding my challenges, I'd like being able to go around to any of the outside of the Metro Hospital there, and help out some heroes, dealing with some villains real quick before I ducked into do that challenge in there. But this is very convenient because that was very time consuming flying from one challenge to the next when I was doing that. So this will make things a lot quicker for you guys out there. Next up, though, is just commendations. All right, completing a challenge mode will now award a commendation that grants renown. Using this item increases your standing with that group by 125. Faction commendations may also be purchased from the appropriate faction vendor for 25 marks of triumph. This, all right, grinding renown, all right, getting your renown up is not that difficult. Not nearly as difficult as when I got full renown with all three factions. Before, I had only the challenges and some of the whichever bounties I could solo that I was doing to get my renown up. But now you've got the Central City bounties also give you renown. So now you can with this and all that for 25 marks of triumph, you can just go in there and buy yourself some renown. So okay. See, next up, though, this is the one that's really interesting here. This is the currency unification. Marks of distinction, marks of momentum, and marks of krypton will no longer be awarded and can no longer be used to purchase items. All Tier 1 through 3 items are now purchased with marks of triumph. Content that used to award marks of distinction, momentum, and krypton now awards mark of triumph. The number of marks of triumphs awarded and the cost to purchase items increases with each tier. So, marks of distinction, sum it up real quick. Marks of distinction, marks of krypton, marks of momentum are going to be gone with this update. All we're going to be gaining is marks of triumph from now on. On top of that, all the tier gear that you purchase with those other marks will be purchasable with marks of triumph now. So, and the cost is increased, more progresses up, more with cost per tier. Marks of War are still used to purchase Tier 4 items and are still awarded for success in Tier 4 content. So the only thing not being affected is the Tier 4 content and the Tier 4 gear. So we're still going to be getting Marks of War, we're still going to be getting the same amount of Marks of War, and the stuff's going to be costing the same. So it's not affected at all. Currency conversion. Marks of distinction, marks of momentum, and marks of krypton can be converted to marks of triumph. You will find a mission in your journal that will point you toward a vendor in the Watchtower or Hall of Doom that offers conversion packages. These convert your old marks into appropriate number of marks of triumph. As an added bonus, you will receive a token of merit for every mark converted. There is no cash cost associated with converting. And token of merit vendors also offer the same conversion package. Then they break it down here to what the conversion rate is. Marks of distinction convert at a rate of 1 for 5. Marks of momentum convert at a rate of 1 for 10. And marks of krypton convert at a rate of 1 for 25. So that's 1 mark of distinction for 5 marks of triumph. And 1 mark of momentum for 10 marks of triumph. And 1 mark of krypton for 25. Marks of triumph. This is pretty interesting. This is actually something that people have been wanting for a while now. Is be able to convert their old marks up. I thought we'd have this whole mark thing figured out with the introduction of tokens of merit here, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm not seeing anything in here about converting marks into marks of war right now. Just yet, though, and I haven't read anything about them doing that, so I doubt we'll be seeing that. See, tier items. The purchase of tiered items is now restricted by combat rating. This is something we actually talked about on DCUO Source podcast a while back with MEPS. He was mentioning them doing this, and now they're doing it. Okay, the purchase of tiered items is now restricted by combat rating. The combat rating required to purchase a tiered item is equal to the combat rating required to qualify for that content. So that means, if you want to buy tier 3, you've got to have a CR of 53. I believe if you want to buy tier 4 gear, you have to have a CR of 70. So all you guys are skipping content out there, this is what happens. uh, Me personally, I think they need to do something about the doggone being able to walk people in to content. I mean, I've got no problem, with. I mean, if they're really, wanting to try to get people to stop skipping content, and work, do a little bit more work for their gear than being carried by people. They need to do something about the Ashford alloy set, and they need to do something about the walking people in the gates, because I see that like every day, almost all day. I'll see shouts in the watchtower, people, looking for a walk in for gates. So I don't know. We'll have to see if that's going to be adjusted or not. Also here, bonus awards. You will now receive a weekly award box the first time you complete a Tier 1 through Tier 3 challenge, duo, or alert within a week. This award box offers a random level appropriate item as well as additional marks of triumph. Using replay badges to unlock the instance will also unlock the weekly award. This doesn't say that, with duos, okay, you do a duo, you'll still, I'm pretty sure this is the way it's going to be. You do a duo, you're still going to get your daily reward, but now they're adding a weekly reward also. Furthermore, Tier 2 and Tier 3 raids will award a monthly raid award box. This box includes a random raid level item and additional marks of triumph. Like the weekly awards, using replay badges to unlock the raid will also unlock the monthly raid award. They are cashing in on this replay badge stuff, let me tell you. No mention yet about how many replay badges those are going to cost yet either. Let's see, match and duo challenge boss. Many challenge and duo mode bosses have learned some new tricks. Many will now use familiar weapon combos as well as block. Their attacks may inflict and be vulnerable to counterattack mechanics such as blocking, interrupt, and block breaking. This is interesting. So maybe give people a little PvP practice, sort of, for this stuff here. Looking down here, talking about some of the things they are adding here. Mainly, of course, people are, want to know what are these new challenges that are being added. New challenge, the Scarecrow challenge. Obviously, this is a Scarecrow mission. Basically, from what it looks like here, from what I've been reading, all of the mentor-specific missions, that as you were leveling up, that you can only get into if a Batman mentor or Superman or Wonder Woman or Cersei, Lex Luthor, or Joker mentor groups up with you and walks you in there. They've made all of those instances challenges now. So this is really good. All the people out there, been trying to wanting to get their doggone feats for in those instances. All right, now you're going to be able to go in there and do the challenge for them. See, it looks like they've been all the ones that have been added are either Tier 2 or Tier 3 challenges. I've been reading here on the PC forums, some of the test feedback about how some of the content is a little not difficult, but it's challenging. Somebody was talking on the PC test forums there about the Tier 3, the Poison Ivy challenge is now Tier 2. Here it says he went in with like full Tier 3, and outside of the bugs that he found, which they are finding bugs there now, and they're reporting them, so that's a good thing. I appreciate it. You guys on the test server doing that. But he said it was a little tricky for him. He had to actually, instead of just sleeping through it like, I did for months going through all those challenges, he said he had to actually watch what he was doing and pay attention to what he was doing. Let's see here. The Ferris aircraft duo has been moved to Tier 3 also. They're moving stuff around, duos and everything around here, different not just the challenges but the duos too. But link for these patch notes will be in the description below. You guys can take a look at and read them yourselves. They got a couple little animation fixes for some of the powers and stuff like that. And some other patches that they're testing out on the test server. But yeah, by all means, check the description below for a link to the patch notes. Also, don't forget my buddy Trexlight, who I co-host the DCUO Source podcast with. More than likely, he's going to be on the PC test servers. I'm not sure if he's going to be doing any videos or not. He's kind of busy this weekend, so we'll have to see. But definitely check his channel out and all that, because maybe he'll post something up there for everybody to take a look at. Let me know if you liked the video in the comments below. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Until next time, you guys all take care. Bye.